Hey nonprofits, my name is Jeanette with the Digital Marketing Academy for Nonprofits, and today we're going to share a strategy, an online marketing strategy of how your nonprofit can get found online. We call this Discoverability, and we're really excited to share some best tips and practices with you. This is the first part of a 5-part video series where we will be sharing the things that your nonprofit should be doing online to have a good marketing strategy. So let's talk about discoverability, and let's talk about you and put yourself in someone's shoes who is looking for something. So if you were going to go look for someone to change your oil, you would most likely go on Google and type in something like oil change, and you would get a lot of different results of local companies near you who provide oil changing services. Similarly, it could be something like pet grooming. So you're going to type into Google pet grooming and see what results come up for you. And Google's smart enough to know where your location is, and so they are going to give you local results for pet grooming. Well, similarly for your nonprofit, you want to make sure that when you search Google for your nonprofit's name, it is one of the first things that comes up. Similarly, if you search for any of the services that you're offering to clients or the community, plus the city name, you want to make sure that your nonprofit appears. And if it's not appearing when you put in your brand name or your nonprofit name, and it's not appearing when you type in services that you would like to appear for, there are some ways that you can optimize this and help you get better search ranking. It'll take a little bit of time, but you can do this for free. So the first thing is, if you don't see your nonprofit's name pop up when you type it in, you can get a Google business listing, and Bing also offers those. Bing, if you do your Bing listing, it will also populate for Yahoo, and a lot of the smaller search engines will take business listings that have been validated from the bigger search companies, and that way you don't have to populate them yourself. So as long as you get your nonprofit listed with Google and with Bing, you should be good on the other smaller search engines. Now let's talk about what it takes in order to have a business listing online. The first thing is that you do need a physical mailing address. So if you are a very small nonprofit, we don't encourage you to put your home address because you want to keep that private in case you do ever come across someone who takes things a little too far and might come to your house. That's not what you want. But if you do have a physical address where you can receive mail or you operate out of, you can create your Google business listing. If you don't have a physical address, you can still use the internet to optimize your listings in other ways. And one of those ways is actually through social media. So when you create a social media profile and you're using your nonprofit's name and key services and descriptions and things like that, social media profiles can actually help your search engine optimization. It can help your nonprofit appear when someone's looking online for you. So if you don't have a social media profile, we encourage you to make one just for the fact that it will help with SEO. And if you do already have social media profiles, we encourage you to optimize them. A lot of times a nonprofit will create an account and not really look at the About Us section or the keywords that are used within the descriptions or the profile fields. So we encourage you, if you haven't taken a look at that in some time, to go ahead and see if there's something that you can optimize in there. And it doesn't mean that you have to start posting on social media regularly, although a lot of the channels do require that you post every once to 3 months or something of that effect, just to make sure that you're still active and you still are a relevant nonprofit or business. So that's another tip that we can give you. Our best tip to help you get seen in search for online results is to actually use the Google Ad Grant program. Google will give nonprofits up to $10,000 a month to spend on search advertising. So those are the text ads that appear on Google. When you do type in, pet grooming, you might see 4 ads that appear first before the organic search results. So if you're able to utilize that grant, which you basically just have to apply for and have a website, then you can make sure that your nonprofit's appearing for your nonprofit name and the services that you provide. So we hope that this tip was helpful. We do have a couple free resources. One is a free how to get a Google ad grant guide. You can get that at nonprofitmarketing.academy. We'll also put a link in the video description. And the second thing is we do have a free webinar coming up where we're going to dive deep into online strategies that your nonprofit can use to grow and to raise money. So we don't have a date for that yet, but if you sign up for our wait list, you'll be the first to hear when that opens up. And we do encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get a notification when we release the next 4 videos in this series. And if you found this video helpful or informational today, we would love for you to give us a like below or comment. So we will see you next Tuesday.